Welcome everyone, Farmer Cop here. This is going to be a new mod map tour of Pogoanele, or Pogoanele. I'm probably saying it wrong. Well, almost certainly I'm saying it wrong. But anyhow, this is by Andrew1, or Andrew.1, 107.93 megabytes to download for all platforms. I will warn you, well, first off, this is a map tour that's a little bit behind. I'm trying to catch back up my map tour, so this is a few days that came out a few days ago. I'm going to warn you, I'm going to be fairly negative. I have some pretty harsh points. The map's not bad, don't get me wrong, but I'm going to be a little critical at the start, so just be prepared for that. Or at least at a point in here, I'm going to be a little critical. So I just want to get that out there, and I think reasonably so. If you disagree with me, totally welcome to do that. It's my opinion. It doesn't mean it's a fact or anything like that. It's just my opinion, but we'll get there when we get there. So let's start with the description. It says, welcome to Pogoanele, or however it's pronounced, a fictional Romanian village. This is a small map that captures the atmosphere of the old maps and away from modern civilization. Due to the small field sizes, using any GPS is not recommended. The map has, that right there has already made half of you not want to play this map. The map has 56 farmlands, 1 forest, 1 farm, 1 pig farm, 2 selling points, vehicle shop, 25 custom collectibles spread. I'm assuming like spread across the map. New crops, rye, mustard, lavender, millet, and poppy. I hope you like the map. Then there's a changelog, 1.0.0.1. New PDA overview. Fix the start from scratch mode. Added AI pedestrians, which there are quite a few of them. Goodness gracious, Ben. About made me crap my pants there. Holy smokes, you came out of nowhere. Okay, I just looked over to the side and there was Ben. When you start in the map too, it starts you like this, which is kind of... And then Ben's just right there. I don't know. It's just kind of weird. But yeah, Ben, normally it's David that creeps me out. But this time, you're giving me a little bit of the creepy vibe today. But anyhow, okay. Why am I going to be critical? The map is small. That's not what I'm critical about. Here's what I'm upset about. Not really upset, I guess. That's a strong word. This is a very small map, which is fine. This is a normal PDA would take up all of this space, or a lot more of this space. It's a very small map. Okay? Got it. We got it. Small map. We get it. There are 6 required mods. You're making the smallest map ever, and you're still going to require, like, I don't know. It just seems ridiculous. I know 6 is not a lot, but the map is so small, like, why do you need any? Like, just make the stuff. It's not like it took you, compared to making a full-size map, you should have had enough time to make a couple collectibles. Maybe I'm being over dramatic and just too harsh, and I apologize if that's the case, but I don't know. That's just my opinion. Yeah, I'm just not a big fan of this map. You know who makes really good kind of smaller maps is KA77E. Fabulous small maps. Love them. This one, I haven't even took a look around of it. It's probably a beautiful map, but I just don't think there should be that many required mods, considering there's one road that goes to the map and, like, there's 8 buildings in each of the, there's not very many buildings. Shouldn't be that many required mods. But it basically just means that most of the stuff on the farms is required mods, which I disagree with doing that. But we on field 1, which is a ways from our farm. Well, not really, because that's probably half a second walk over there with how small the map is. Then we on field 100 right there to start. Crop calendar, I believe, is standard outside of the new crops. No animal pens. There are contracts fields you don't own. You can see they're not going to pay out very much because they're small fields, which that's, just what it is. No productions on the map. Which is also okay. I don't really care about that. I just sound really negative about everything now because I got fired up over the required mods. But starting off a new farm mode, you have a Farm Tech trailer, Great Plains Cedar, John Deere 3650 tractor, Kenoshi cultivator, Massey Ferguson MF8570 harvester, header and header trailer. So very basic stuff there, which makes sense. We get over to the farm. I can get out of here. Tractor's obviously parked in this shed right here. So entrance off the roadway. Where's the entrance? Is it over here? Here's the roadway entrance. So if you come in off the farm, I always like to start from the entrance of the farm, work my way in. So kind of the main road here, which is just dirt. You enter the farmyard. To the right, sleeping wardrobe trigger packed in there. Got a little shed right here. Cedar right there. Farm Tech trailer. And then you got your John Deere over there. You have a silo here, grain storage, I guess. Harvesters in this shed right here. And then everything else is right there. So not a whole lot going on, but you wouldn't expect that in this case anyways. We'll take the John Deere out for a little spin. We're going to drive up the road. Shouldn't take us too long, even though this is a slower piece of equipment compared to like taking a truck around or something like that. But there's not a whole lot to see. The edge of the map's right there. And to be fair, when you're like looking at it from this angle, it doesn't look like a small map. It just seems kind of large, actually. It doesn't feel small from this perspective. We already passed by some stuff. Let me get back in here. So we passed by Walter, and now we're about ready to pass by the animal dealer with Katie hanging out. David's out in the corner working the gas station, as David does. Yeah, he's guarding the fuel trailer there. But yeah, nice little gas station there. Little water area there. Little tower there. Keep going this way. There's fields out and about. Again, we're already about halfway across the map. Train goes across. I don't think there's a train sell point. No, there's not. Yeah, we are already halfway across the map. It's crazy. It's not very large. I know they're not advertising that it's a big map or anything like that, but it just is so small to have that many required mods. That'd be the same thing if a regular map had like 60 required mods, because a regular map about 10 times the size of this. Maybe not quite, but oh my gosh, they're all running in to kill me there. The AI people walking around, a little odd. A little odd the way they're doing it. But we do have a sell point right here, which I think might be the only sell point on the map. That's the markets, and then we have Noah hanging out there. Then we have Ben, like we saw earlier, and the vehicle shop. And then, oh, I guess we have that guy up there. Little grain silo sell point there. But I think that's all the sell points. And yeah, that's the map. That's crazy how big that water source is, because let's hop out of here. Let's go into flight mode, which you can see that this is the map. This really shows you how small this map is. It looks larger when you're on the ground. I will say that. When you're down there, it looks larger than this. However, when you look at it from this perspective, it does not require... Required mods are a little ridiculous. This tower is also, I think, maybe a bit too tall for this map, maybe. But yeah, you have the starting farm over here. All good. Nothing crazy about that. That's what you got going on. Starting farm there. Actually, the farm here looks pretty decent size for the map, comparatively. And then the starting field you have is over here, halfway across the map, though it's not very far in this case, and that's ready to harvest. Why they didn't give you like a couple of the fields near your farm, I'm not sure. It would have made maybe a little bit more sense, but it is what it is. Yeah, it's crazy how much that little water area takes up, and it's not that big. But yeah, I don't even like where are the required mods? Like, I mean, it's got to be. It's basically everything. Almost every building is a required mod that's placed down, and then you have the other sell point up here. A few more fields, town area through here. But I mean, that's kind of it. I don't know what else I can say about the map. That's just my complaints. Maybe disagree. That's totally fine. But that's what I got for you for the map tour. If you guys enjoyed, please drop a like down below. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button up on the screen to join the Farmer Cop channel and turn on your notification bell so you don't miss any future videos I may post. This has been Farmer Cop. Thank you guys for coming and watching. I'll see you guys on the next one.